Hi everyone, welcome to the Oracle Dragon. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you to my existing subscribers as well as my new subscribers and for everybody who's purchased a personal reading from me. If you'd like a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. So this is a no contact reading. It's an energy check and a no contact reading. So anybody that you have on your mind, a romantic interest who you are currently in no contact with, this is the reading for you. I've got 3 choices today. And the first choice is the pumpkin. This is choice number 1. The second choice is the black cat. That is choice number 2. And the third choice is the little skeleton head. That's the third choice, okay? I don't know if you can actually see these if I put them down here, but we'll try it anyway. So if you like to use this method to pick, what you can do is close your eyes and take a deep breath in through the nose nice and slow and out through the mouth nice and slow. And when you open your eyes, the first item that your eye goes to is usually the correct reading for you. Okay? So the timestamps are in the description box below as always. And yeah, thanks for tuning in and let's get started. So we're going to start with pumpkin. Okay. And got all the cards already pre-shuffled and laid out just to change it up a little bit. See if we can make this situation, this setup, more efficient. So let's see. We've got the oracle cards here, and we've got the tarot cards. I'm going to go ahead and lay them out. So the energy check reading is we're looking at your energies towards the connection, your person's energies towards the connections, your feelings towards one another. Let's see, am I doing this correctly? Here we go. Excuse me. And your past, present, future, and a possible outcome, okay? Let me look at everything. Okay, so your feelings for this person is coming out in the Ace of Ghosts in reverse. Actually, this is your feelings towards the connection in general, which embodies like your general feelings and thoughts about the connection. And I feel that you're at a love loss here. This is an emotional card. It's the Ace of Cups, highly emotional card, but it's in reverse, so that's showing that there's a delay to this connection, either getting going or starting in the first place. And it can also mean that the romance seemed promising at first, but it's just not turning out the way that you'd hoped. So it could be that the time isn't right in the connection, and so that's kind of how you're feeling, that the timing isn't right, or that it's just not working out the way that you'd hoped. You've run into obstacles, limitations, and disappointment with this connection. Since this card is representing your energies, you might be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or water energy and have that in your chart, but you don't have to. I'll leave that up. And then your person's energies towards this connection is the 10 of Ghosts in reverse. See if you can see that. So this is also water sign energy. Could be that you're both water signs, but don't have to be. Let me see if we get this adjusted a little bit. So this person is not feeling emotionally fulfilled. You're sort of mirroring each other here. You're the Ace of Cups, and they are the 10 of Cups in reverse. You're both in reverse. So this is pointing to, the disharmony and disappointment in the home life that this person is currently experiencing, whether they live with you or, obviously they don't if this is a no contact reading, unless you're like the War of the Roses and there's a dividing wall down the middle of your house. You're probably not in contact, but so this is at home. This person is feeling disharmony, but definitely with regard to this connection, they're feeling disappointed, and things, again, have not turned out as how they expected they would. So they could be coming from a materialistic family that puts pressure on them. Maybe they don't feel loved in general or don't know how to love as a result of that. Take what resonates. But yeah, this in some cases can represent the loss of home or children leaving home. So maybe you were together and you broke up, and maybe you have children together and this person is not seeing those children. That might apply to a few of you. This person feels badly about that if that's the case. But in any case, they do feel disappointment towards this connection. And the resulting rift in the connection could have been stemming from the fact that you don't share, the same values, or you have different ideas about family life in particular. And Could be that maybe don't get along with their family or friends, or they have kids from another relationship that have caused problems that caused a rift in the connection. Okay, that could apply for some of you. So your feelings towards this connection is the Seven of Imps in reverse. So basically, this is your feelings towards this person specifically. You're feeling like giving up. You're wondering if you should give up. I think this is what, that's definitely what that card is saying, okay? Because when that card is upright, it's talking about battling on, knowing that, you're going to be successful in the end. But when it's in reverse, it's talking about a time of confusion and that you just can't decide how to handle the challenge of this connection or which direction to go with regards to this connection. You feel like... You feel confused, you lack clarity, your willpower towards this connection is dissipating. And so, because of the disappointments that you've suffered, the fact that you're in no contact, lots of reasons why, you're losing your willpower towards the connection here and towards this person. So this is, just feeling worn down and you don't know how to settle your differences. And you feel this way towards this person, okay? They've worn you down. However, this person's feelings towards you is the King of Ghosts. So this person is showing up with a lot of loving and mature feelings towards you. They might be viewing you as somebody who is emotionally mature and loving, but definitely, with this King of Cups card coming out, it's a very positive position to come out as feelings towards you, as this talks about, emotional warmth. They have a lot of emotional warmth towards you despite your differences. They feel protective towards you. They have strong emotions in general towards you. You or they might be a creative person, but I think this person does love and admire you, and I think they also want to be loved and admired and go to great lengths to get attention and affection for themselves. However, this person, like a lot of water signs, is easily hurt, and they may not show that hurt, and as a result they can hold a grudge. So it's possible this person's holding a grudge towards you for the disappointments that you both are experiencing here. The shadow side of this person, if this is representing your person, is that they are indulgent and controlling. But, when he cares about you, if you're his partner or his friend, then, you can always count on his support and protection. And I say his because he's showing up as a masculine in this card, okay? Readings are never gender specific. But, again, deeply emotionally committed and romantic relationship is what this person is looking for. I think they feel that they can have that with you. And I do think they are jealous if you are seeing anyone else, or they suspect you are. They do feel possessive towards you. They're the type that does feel possessive in a relationship, just in general, in case you didn't know that. So they might not be the most trusting and open people out there, but they certainly have warm feelings for you, okay? So in the past position, your past together is the King of Pumpkins in reverse. And the King of Pumpkins in reverse is an earth sign energy. And, when that king is upright, it is showing a connection or a relationship that is very stable and like materially or financially secure. At the very least, it's just like a solid relationship. But with it being reversed, it does show again, that you've both experienced delays and obstacles in this connection, particularly with regard to like material success, home, money, work, that sort of thing. And the sense of feeling stuck and not really having the drive or the know-how of how to fix things. So I feel like one or both of you, may have behaved pretty badly towards this connection, said or done coarse things to one another, not, somebody didn't have a very bright and shining attitude towards the connection, I feel, in the past here, in the recent past. And it could be that, this relationship had the potential to offer stability, but, the excitement and the romance was a little bit waning or flagging, dissipated for some reason, not what it could be. So there was something lacking in the excitement and romance department here. Maybe it could have been routine and responsibility that drained your life and your vitality in the connection, or just the sense of feeling stuck in a relationship due to financial reasons, okay? If not, stuck together due to financial reasons, there were financial problems in general that created some of the obstacles in the connection. with the Judgment card at present. So this is the present or soon to be present energy. The Judgment card is major arcana, so the universe is playing a role in your connection at present, and sort of it's a day of reckoning where you are both having to face the pros and cons of this situation, what you have done wrong, the errors that you have made, and the errors that this person has made. They're having to face their own errors as well. This does talk about a wake-up call with regarding that. You might have had some sort of epiphany regarding this person, or they are having an epiphany regarding you. That's sort of giving them a new outlook on the situation and making them, like I said, see where they've gone wrong, the errors of their way, and the connection. In a reading like this, a relationship reading, it can talk about a second chance or another chance to do things differently, to make up for past, to make up for the past hurts, and to sort of overcome some of the obstacles that the two of you that we've seen in the reading already that you have faced. And so that is it's a good card indicating that, because as a result of this wake-up call, this epiphany, a self-realization has occurred, and this has made you both realize what your choices are in this connection. And I think that both of you are considering, a renewal in this connection, or a rebirth to it. Yeah. And this, particularly because we saw that there was confusion in this connection, this is a card that is bringing in clarity. It's kind of it's a card that talks about rebirth into wholeness after a period of confusion. So, and this is made possible by just judging your actions and your life choices and your life situation to determine what it is that is worth keeping and what you need to just get rid of. So it helps if you come clean to yourself, again, about the roles that you've played in the connection, and it helps the maturity increase in the connection as well. And that will just help the connection overall, okay? So I think that there is a decision to be made with regards to this connection, and the Judgment upright, can suggest also that you're becoming more tolerant and less judgmental of yourself and other people, including this person and they, you, okay? And then in the outcome, we have the Knight of Bats, which is the Knight of Swords. So that's air sign energy, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. So Knights are always talking about movement and messages. So there's a potential here in the future, in the near future, for there to be communication. You are in no communication now, as that's the reason why you're watching this reading. And so this is a card about communication. So it's a good sign for that. The thing with the Knight of Swords is that the knight can be, hasty or sharp with his words, and as all knights are, they can rush in, deliver a message, and then rush out again. So it's not necessarily a strong indicator of, a commitment or anything like that. It's more about coming in and delivering a message, one that's, that's truthful, but at the same time, has an edge to it a little bit, okay? Because it's a very forthright, endearing person. It also talks about rushing into battle and maybe having an argument as well. So beware of that, the potential for that. Because I feel that you're both very passionate about one another, but also about your ideas about this connection. And you both believe that you're right here. And so, your enthusiasm could be mistaken for, argumentativeness that might cause trouble in understanding each other's viewpoints with this knight. But I do feel this masculine energy. This is masculine, but this could be you as well, feeling a real urgency to communicate here. And so it could indicate a new start in the connection as well, or a change in the existing dynamic of the connection here. But regardless, going forward, there'll still be a certain amount of freedom that's required here. Like I said, so some lack of commitment, and at least, when you first reconnect or get back in contact, there's going to be the first phase of that is going to still be a little bit of openness with regard to the connection, but it will be exciting as well. And there will be a need to be more flexible and more tolerant on both your ends in order to avoid arguments. And then the likely outcome here is the Page of Ghosts in reverse. That's the Page of Water. And so this is talking about somebody thinking about communicating their feelings but not really doing it, because this page is in reverse. So I feel that while there's communication, in terms of, passionate communications about your ideas regarding this connection, I think you're still going to be a little bit mum or hush hush about your feelings, about your real feelings here. That's what I'm getting from that card. It could be this person, if they're the masculine, they're going to stay a little bit mum, but it could be you too regarding your feelings, going to not be real open to saying those right away. And in the outcome, I feel like you're still going to want to take a good hard look at this relationship, this connection, because there's a potential with this card to repeat a pattern of heartbreak or betrayal that's rooted in childhood. So you might have been betrayed in childhood, and you kind of keep attracting partners who do that same thing. For those of you who that resonates with, take that message, and if it doesn't, forget that. But it is saying take a good hard look at the connection going forward, and it's a warning that you might have opened your heart to the wrong person or fantasized that a romantic fling was something more serious. So that could apply to a couple of you, or that could be what you're feeling in fear about regarding this person who rushes in and out. You're wondering if this is someone that is deserving of knowing what's in your heart or not, or are they the wrong person? So that's something that you're going to need to assess, and we see with the Judgment card that you are assessing and taking an honest look on things to make a decision regarding this connection. So yeah, I do think that there's a good degree of insecurity and fear of trusting here, and an unwillingness, to make a commitment because wanting to avoid more suffering. And so this person might be in fear of rejection. Maybe that's the reason for your being in no contact at present. And this is somebody that, is out of touch a bit with their feminine side, that side that embodies emotions, communication about emotions and intuition. And that could be something, again, that stems from childhood. So they withdraw as opposed to express that to you. But I do really feel that this person is sensitive. They just feel, unacceptable or unlovable, or that they can't trust anyone, which is an issue that they need to fix within themselves. There's really not anything that you can do there. So just, be aware of that here. So I've got the Strength card that came out from the Halloween Oracle. And I'm drawn to look at that next because of the fact that we just had the Page of Ghosts in reverse, which talks about, more or less talks about a lack of strength, definitely a lack of trust, and a lack of confidence. So Skeleton is the name of this one, but the meaning of it is strength. And what it is saying is, this card brings itself to your attention to show that strength. To show strength and vulnerability, if that is okay. It says dare to show strength and vulnerability if that is what you feel. Okay, so someone here needs to conjure up the courage to show their strength and their vulnerability. Both sides, to be vulnerable and not be afraid of doing that. If that is what you feel, if this is worth it to you. So it says, this card says that shame, pride, grudges, or embarrassment are too hefty of a burden that need not be carried through the darkest of nights. So sort of backing up the Page of Cups was saying, that this person has a lot of fear about showing their emotions and communicating their emotions. And what they need to do is have strength and own their strength as well as their vulnerability, instead of being ruled by their shame or their fear of embarrassment. Okay. And I feel like with this card coming out, it is saying that person is going to do that is something they are going to make an effort and make some progress in doing. Okay, showing their feelings despite feeling vulnerable, at least to some extent, perhaps more than they have in the past, because the message card I got for you is, I want a new start with you. Okay, so this person does want a new start with you. That did come out, and we did see with the Knight, or the King of Ghosts, which is the King of Cups, love towards you from this person. Although the both of you are sort of mirroring each other with thinking that that there has been major love loss in the connection, and it looks like there has, but you do still care for one another. Okay? And the next and last card is from the Romance Angels. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So this person's very attracted to you. This card tells you that, by being in the present moment, they become even more attracted to you. So don't be worried about this connection, how it's going to play out, things like that. Just allow yourself to be present, and to engage in the activities that bring you peace and bring you happiness, because like attracts like, and by putting yourself in this vibration of attraction, allowing yourself to be attracted to things, it also attracts the things to you like a magnet that you're wanting. And if you're wanting this person, that includes this person. You can attract this person to you better and faster if you allow yourself to enjoy the present moment more fully. Okay? And just know that this person does remain attracted to you, to say the least. And that your message is just to know that you attract romantic love by enjoying the moment fully. Okay? Well, I think that's all I've got for you, Pile 1. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if this resonated, leave a message or a comment in the comment section below. If it didn't resonate, feel free to pick another choice, or hit me up for a personal reading. I do 15-minute video recorded readings that I send to the email of your choice. My contact information is below, and you just go ahead and follow the instructions there, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Alright, Pile 2, let's get you started here. For those of you who picked the black cat, this reading is for you. So this is a no communication reading. We're doing an energy checkup on a romantic interest that you have, trying to see what's going on with them, their feelings for you, what the future holds, and we've got some oracle cards as well. Give me a moment to lay out the cards. Okay, so your energy towards the connection, viewer, is the Two of Pumpkins in reverse. Okay, so the Two of Pumpkins in reverse is earth sign energy. That's what is that? Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So it looks like, okay, if your money is not doing real good right now, this could be an indication of that. But more importantly, I feel like you feel turbulent emotions towards this connection. You really just don't know what's going on with it. You feel, really unbalanced regards this connection, which is probably why you're watching the reading, okay? I feel like you feel like your hands are full regarding this, and you feel overwhelmed, and, you're just having trouble balancing your feelings regarding it, okay? You feel very uncertain, and it's really concerning to you. I think you feel restless about the connection. Again, there could be financial concerns regarding it as well, or just, separate from this connection that are weighing heavily on your mind. And, perhaps when you two were together, if you were together, you were shouldering a bigger share of the responsibilities or giving more in this connection than they were, and there was a need to establish better balance here. That's what I'm getting. So this person's energies towards the connection is the Queen of Ghosts, which is the Queen of Cups. So this person might be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but doesn't have to be, or it could be in their chart. So the Queen of Cups is a very, strongly emotional, intuitive person. If it represents a person, could be, a mature, nurturing, but changeable person, and could represent, somebody that's like a wife or a mother type individual. I don't know if for those of you, that small few that may or may not have children with this person, but this person feels their emotions very deeply. They have a lot of compassion and caring towards this connection. So regardless of gender, as readings are never gender specific, this person's experiencing strong feelings about this situation here with you. They might be, being creative, indulging in creative activities to pass the time, or they might work a creative job. But regardless, this is they want to nurture this connection. They feel like almost like motherish or protective towards this connection. This is somebody that's ruled by their heart, wears their heart on their sleeve more so than their head, and this makes them changeable and sometimes unreliable. So that explains if they've been unreliable towards the connection. That's just who they are as a person. So, but regards this connection, they are deeply romantic and emotional, like I said, and sensual. And when they open up to their partner, they just lavish them with love and care. And there is an issue with this particular queen needing to be more careful in who they place their trust. So they might be wondering if they can place their trust in you in this connection, or that might have been an issue in the past, but take what resonates. Also, this person, like I said, there's a mothering energy towards this person regardless of gender, so they might be wanting to have children down the line if they don't already have some children. If they have children, then they're focusing on the children, but they're also focusing on this connection and have similar caring feelings towards you. I'll just leave that there. Okay, so your feelings towards this connection, the Knight, or towards this person rather, is the Knight of Pumpkins in reverse. So that is some more earth sign energy. You might be an earth sign, like I said. So when the Knight of Pumpkins is upright, this particular knight is coming towards, would be coming towards the other person with an offer or a communication. A very slow one, but a grounded, practical one. When this knight is in reverse, it's talking about being stubborn or stagnating. Someone who is staying inside their box, doing things by the book, a little bit too much to the detriment of this connection, which is causing a stagnation in this connection here, is what that card is saying. So there's a little bit of lack of imagination, or the courage to come towards this person. Perhaps you don't feel like you're the one that should have to come towards that person, but take what resonates. This is what the card is saying. If this is signifying you as a person, you're really you're really not making any action. You're not taking any action. You're just kind of like a stick in the mud a little bit here, lacking sort of the vision and the imagination and thinking about ways of coming towards this person. And you could be a little bit overly concerned with sex, like have a hedonistic nature or a willingness to take the low road if it leads to wealth and status, or you might feel that about this queen of ghosts. You might, somebody that might be a little bit, you might think this person's a little overly sexual, or like not the most dignified person, somebody a little bit too concerned with getting ahead, but really this is coming out as your energies towards this connection or towards this person, that you're feeling this way. Sort of just mostly, for most of you, it's stagnating and not coming forward with an offer or communication. It could be that you're just bored or unwilling to put in the necessary effort to revive this romance, because it needs to be revived since you're in no contact. And so you're just kind of slogging along, really going slow. I think that, security and finances are very important to you, but they might, like I said before, with that Two of Pentacles, it is Two of Pentacles, Two Pumpkins, same thing. Might not be the greatest right now, and that's a consideration regards this person. Maybe this person wants to have a family with you, but you don't have the resources for that. Or, like I said, maybe you feel that this person is not behaving in a way like with integrity. I do think that you long for a change, but you're afraid to go for it. So at the very least, if none of the rest of that, what I just said, applied, then you are wanting a change, but you are afraid to go for it, okay? And this Strength card in reverse is what we've got. So your person's feelings towards you, this is Leo energy, is the Strength card in reverse. So they're not having the strength to come towards you either. While you are perhaps being more stubborn, and that's contributing to your stagnation and refusal to come forward, they're just feeling weak about the connection, like they just don't have the strength to do it, to deal with it. So from their end, that's what's going on here. Not wanting to be vulnerable, not feeling like they have the strength to deal with this connection, and just feeling like weak towards you, right? I think that they struggle with themselves, like with their heart and their ego about what to do here. I think, like, we already know that this person comes up as highly emotional, somebody that wears their heart on their sleeve. So either they're being controlled by their emotions or their animal nature, because there's a lion there, or they're just ignoring their intuition and their instincts and listening only to logic. I feel like this person goes back and forth here. I think they realize that they can't force anything to happen with you, and so I feel like, since they're in the upright, they are putting their ego to the side and listening more to their heart. But they're just afraid to show their true feelings to you. And so if they're seeming like they're putting up a tough facade, this is the reason why. Okay. And so, but the problem with that, putting up a tough facade, is that never brings anyone the happiness that they seek. So whether you're doing this or they're doing this, just know that the tough facade stuff needs to go, is what the cards are saying. Relinquish your defenses and put your ego aside and open your heart to make the relationship work. This is what they're feeling towards you. Okay? So take that how that resonates. And so in the past position, we have the Three of Ghosts in reverse, the Queen of Pumpkins in reverse, and the Five of Ghosts. Okay, so we'll start with the past position, the Three of Ghosts in reverse. So I just don't think that you two have had a good time together in quite a while here. With the Three of Cups is usually a celebratory card about fun and friendship when it's in the upright, but when it's in reverse, it shows indulgence in food or drink or partying too much. Maybe you guys just medicated yourselves by partying too much in the past, or overeating, or just indulging in some other addiction that wasn't helpful to the connection. It could be anything. And I think that maybe you just felt tired from, sometimes maybe due to too much social interaction, even if it had nothing to do with addictions. Too much social interaction made you feel just tired, and that you needed downtime, and perhaps that's what led to this disconnect, is needing downtime from the commands or demands of this connection, especially if it was a highly social one. And I think that in general you just became disenchanted with one another as people or as friends. Romantic connection aside, there's a sense of feeling disenchanted. And so maybe you started off as friends, and then as the romantic part took more of a foothold, you lost some of that friendship aspect to the connection, and so that contributed to this disconnect. I do think that you both sort of miss that from one another. And in the past, I think you get that somebody did feel discouraged and left out, and even lonely. So even if you were hanging out a lot and maybe there were too many other people involved, too many people on the scene, and that made you feel lonely, even if you were surrounded by other people in this connection, you felt lonely, or your person did. And or maybe one of you outgrew this partying phase and the other one didn't, and so that created space between you. Somebody matured faster than the other, and and as a result there was distance in the connection. So conversely, for a few of you, I'm getting that this partnership, this connection, took up so much of your time that you didn't get to see your friends as much as you'd like. So again, maybe you started off as friends who partied a lot or went out a lot, enjoyed socializing, or whatever the case may be, and then one of you outgrew that, leaving the other behind, and that created tension in the connection is what I'm getting. Okay, so with the Queen of Coins, or the Queen of Pumpkins in reverse, I feel like there was an unequal give and take in the connection, or is at present, because this is representing the present. So as a result of that, somebody might have caretaker burnout. I don't know if you're caring for children, or your person is, or there's some other scenario. You work in the healthcare field, taking care of others. There's a sense that could mean like caretaker burnout. And that's leaving you feel drained, or maybe again just uneven give and take in the connection. Somebody's caring more about the other in the connection, or feels that way. So I do definitely shows continued lack of understanding regarding this connection, and also regarding like finances and material things here. Also, I think that some envy and manipulation may be taking place. You might be jealous of one another. thinking that maybe one of you has moved on or is dating other people that makes you jealous. And this is also, calling out some indulgence or laziness with regard to this connection, or just that you're very, very tired from having to take care of too many people in your life and you need to take care of yourself more. It could be that this person, is being a little bit, not putting in enough effort towards the connection, and that's, being reflected at present as well. And so, whoever that Knight of Pumpkins represents, okay? But definitely you're unhappy with the status quo of how things are going right now. And, one or both of you might be too obsessed, with either, sex or money here, in this connection. So somebody is obsessed with sex or money or both. And in the future position, we have the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups does talk about an emotional loss in the future. Somebody feeling self-pity about the way that things have gone. It's, all about disappointments and heartbreak even. And so I do think that, this feeling of hopelessness or disappointment in the connection does carry over for a bit longer in this connection here. And, it could be that somebody is bringing it on themselves through their lack of putting an effort in the connection or focusing on the wrong things. So take that how that resonates. I think that part of the focusing on the wrong things for the both of you is that you're focusing on what you lack in this connection rather than what you have, or in your personal lives in general, you're focusing on lack versus what you have. So you should, do a gratitude list and sort of redirect your energy to be more grateful for everything that you do have. But I think a change in attitude here would benefit the connection greatly, and if not the connection, then you as a person. And so I'm afraid that this does, it does show, the end of a relationship, disappointment and resentment. And but the good news about this is that this split may open new possibilities for you. So you might. It might open new possibilities for you with this connection. In other words, that there's still potential for something to happen, something good to happen with the connection, like getting back in contact or something. But mostly it's saying that there is some bright new possibilities in your life in general, I feel, outside of this connection. Because in the outcome card, we've got the Five of Imps in reverse and the Five of Imps fire sign energy. So the Five of Imps, it does talk about like ego conflicts and battles, just, pettiness basically. And with it being in reverse, I think it does show that, some adaptation to the challenging situations that you're experiencing regarding this connection. I think that old attitudes and behaviors need to be released. Like I said, a change in attitude is really important here if this is to have any sort of chance whatsoever. There needs to be compromise, or else nobody's going to win here. This card does, also warn to not get involved in anything questionable or anything risky. Be careful in whom you place your trust. So if you two, were to come back together for a fling or something like that, you would want to use protection unless you wanted to be a parent. That's one of the risks that can be indicated by this combination of cards. Because at least until you both get back on the same page, committed, and learn that you can trust one another, because this is warning you to be careful in whom you trust. And like I said, if this is to have any sort of future, then there's a need to compromise, be more flexible to resolve your disputes. And it does say that both of you are contributing to this disconnect and could be being selfish and self-centered. So try to see things from the other's point of view here. I think for a lot of you, and don't shoot the messenger, that this connection is coming to an end. But if it is to have any hope of continuing or reconnecting, then you need to change with this mummy card that says change here. This is what the mummy card is saying, that change is needed, and we already saw that strongly emphasized in the reading, didn't we? So when this card comes out, it says that know that change is inevitable, and that no matter how hard you try, things will not be preserved exactly the same way. So the card also indicates that this change will be for the better. The endings, the closed doors, the barriers. This is just a healthy pause and an indication that a change of tactics is needed. You are not cursed. You have just developed a pattern. You can take control and change it. So if you have developed a pattern of attracting these sorts of relationships that have you feeling, very confused and like you're giving more than you're receiving, then what change of attitude can cure that. And also, again, there is still some potential for some of you of having something more come from this connection moving forward, getting back in contact with this person and having, something with this person. But I think for the majority of you, this is an ending here. But take what resonates. And we've got the codependency card. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So didn't I say something about potential addictions with the 3 of pumpkins in reverse? Addiction can be, to anything: sex, food, partying, social media. It can be anything that detracts you from being present in the moment and dealing with your business and with your problems the way that you should be. And so with the codependency card, I'm going to go ahead and read from the book on that just so that I get that extra information for you, because I feel drawn to. This is, strongly indicated by several cards in the deck, or in the spread that came out here. This card answers your question in perhaps a surprising way, because addictions are the culprit behind the issues you're attempting to resolve. This could be your own craving for a substance or unhealthy behavior, or it could be that your partner's addictions are impacting your love life. This card can also indicate childhood experiences in an addictive family. Addictions numb the heart to pain, but they also diminish its capacity to love. Since love is the basis of your romantic partnership, addictions become a barrier to moving forward toward true emotional intimacy. This is especially true if you are twisting yourself into knots to please a person whose dependency has lessened his or her capacity for happiness. That no-win situation will negatively affect your self-esteem and your own happiness if you continue. Okay? So this is saying that don't be an enabler. Don't allow yourself to be taken advantage of. There are 12-step programs for those who are technically addicted to something. But whether it is you or your romantic partner who has the addiction, you can find free groups near you, or through internet searches, or by contacting local community health centers to help with that. And finally, the message card that came out for you was maybe everything really does happen for a reason. Okay, so that is a message from your person's higher self, their spiritual self that see things from a higher perspective. Okay. All right, that's what I have for you, pile 2. It's a little bit of a tough reading, but sometimes tough love is needed. If it resonates, then cool, learn from the reading. If not, then toss it, pick another pile, or pick another reading, or you can get a personalized reading from me where I look at your specific situation. Contact information is below. Don't try to force this to apply to your situation if it doesn't. Maybe parts of the reading will apply and be helpful, and other parts won't. It's up to you to decide, okay? Thank you for tuning in. So we're moving on to number 3. All right, welcome number 3, those of you who chose the little skeleton head. And let me get your cards laid out for you. All right. Okay, so the card representing you, viewer, and your energies towards this connection — by energies I mean your general feelings and thoughts towards the connection — is the Queen of Imps in reverse. So that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And being that it's in reverse, you're not really happy right now, to say the least, okay? The Queen of Imps in reverse is kind of an angry card. It says that, the situation might not be, working out as fast as you'd hoped. Fire signs generally are impatient. Whether or not you have that in your chart, it could still apply to you. And so, and not to say that you haven't been waiting a while, maybe you have been, but this just isn't happening as fast as you'd hoped or to your satisfaction. So I feel like your enthusiasm is sort of dissipating here in this connection, and you're just feeling less inspired towards it than you used to. So if this is talking about you specifically, viewer, regardless of gender, as readings are never gender specific, you are a powerful and emotional person, and you demand respect and absolute loyalty. So because you can be very jealous and manipulative in pretty much all areas of your life, you're not somebody that anybody wants to cross, because you can be quite the drama queen when you're in reverse. And in a relationship reading, it shows that you're emotionally upset. There could have been some infidelity in this connection, which is the reason why the disconnect. So take what resonates. You would know that if that's the case. If not, then forget it. Forget that part. But I feel like your affections are cooling towards the connection right now. Your person's energies towards the connection is the Six of Bats in reverse. Okay. So your person might be an air sign, but doesn't have to be. And I feel like this person is unwilling or unable to move away from a troubling situation. So whatever troubling situation they are in, they're not willing to move away from that. If yours is the troubling situation they're in, they're not willing to move away from you. I feel like this person is fearing taking a leap of faith or leaving old ways behind. So maybe that's part of what your conflict is with this person, is that they need to do something and they're not doing it. And that's why your satisfaction is limited here. They might have some outdated attitudes that are holding them back with this card, but it's definitely about delays and obstacles, because when this is upright it shows movement. So this is in reverse. This is why you're frustrated, why you're feeling impatient. Delays and obstacles or other interference, including input from other people affecting the connection, can also complicate their plans to move towards you, any plans that they might have. So I feel like this person needs to get over these outworn beliefs and behaviors, because their beliefs and behaviors that are holding them back from you are based in fear, and they're unhappy as a result of that. You're unhappy, they're unhappy, and they need to make a change, but they're unwilling, because to make a change they have to get in touch with their heart, and they prefer to live in their head and in their ego. They need to wake up their heart and their spirit to new possibilities regarding this connection. So as a result, your feelings towards this person is the Empress in reverse. The Empress in reverse, she is similar to, the Queen of Imps in reverse. So this is Libra Taurus energy that could be in your chart, but doesn't have to be. And I feel like you need to nurture yourself over nurturing this person. Maybe you're just done with nurturing this person. I mean, you're in no contact now, but your energies towards this person were probably very nurturing in the past. Or you might be just taking care of other people too much, whoever's around you. You might be spending too much time caring for others. Or perhaps you feel this way towards this person. There are other people, like this card already said, that there were interference from other people with other people who are around your person. So maybe you feel that they are taking too much care of other people and focusing on others when they should be focusing on you or on this connection. And as a result, this person is worn out. So I feel like either you feel that this person is neglecting their own personal needs, and this is what's preventing them from, getting in touch with their heart to come towards you like they want to, or that you neglected your personal needs when you were dealing with this person. But this is the card of an exhausted person who's trying to balance, like a full-time career with caring for their children in their home, and maybe this is someone that needs to spend more time in their creative abilities so that they can reclaim their power instead of just letting someone else define or control them. Okay, maybe this person tried to define or control you, or you let them in the past. Now you're just sort of taking that power back. Or being creative is what will help you do that, this card is saying. And so definitely a balance needs to be struck between worrying about or dealing, with this person in the past. You needed to balance, your needs and your partner's needs, and you feel that this person needs to balance their needs and those needs of others around them as well, so they can get into a better head and heart space, is what I'm getting here. And I think that maybe, as a result of how this person treated you in the past, if there was some infidelity, as I think that was indicated over there as a possibility with this Queen in reverse, you stopped feeling sexually interested in this person. Could be some infertility here, but definitely like a disinterest in sex with this person when you were together, likely due to infidelity. So you'll know if that's the case. Take that message if it applies, forget it if it doesn't, but these are two cards indicating infidelity now. Okay? So feeling cold towards this person because they cheated on you, that sort of thing. So, this person's feelings towards you is the Four of Bats. It's like the Four of Swords. So this person is resting from the battle. They feel like they've been through a war and a battle regarding you, or maybe they see you this way as you've retreated, you've withdrawn from this connection because of what they put you through. Okay? And so they see you withdrawn. Yeah, just taking a rest, recuperating, retreating, spending time alone, recovering. These are all meanings of this card here. Because you or this person, it sounds like you, but it could be this person's been through a period of difficulty, and they feel the need to go within. I think they are going within too and examining, the experience they've had with you and trying to understand what it all means and making plans for their future here too. And this is the calm after the storm. I do feel that. And but at present, I just, this is the reason why for the no contact as well, for not being in communication, sort of reflecting on what this all means and the experience that you've had together, and what to do about it going forward. I feel like you're both in that energy, and that the challenges of this connection have left you both feeling drained and discouraged. So you're probably looking within to discover, what your true needs are and how you can restore balance here. I know that this person is feeling that way towards you, that they are trying to restore balance here. They're trying to figure out a way how to do that. So in the past position, we have the Hierophant in reversed, so that's a broken commitment. We've got the Six of Imps at present. And we've got the Devil in reverse. So the Hierophant is Taurus energy. Yeah, it's Taurus energy. So that could be in somebody's chart, but it doesn't have to be. And when it is upright, it's talking about like learning your lessons from something, right? And also it can talk about marriage or commitment. For some of you, you could be separated, legally separated. Or, certainly you're just taking time apart from one another, okay? But with it in the past position, you both, again, this is assessing your position here, taking a long break from this. Some clash of tradition here, maybe different viewpoints, different upbringings that cause like a rift intellectually, or with regards to your ideas about a connection, and the need to outgrow some outdated beliefs that have harmed this. Maybe the belief that somebody can cheat and that it's acceptable. It's not, okay? That for that narrative about the cheater, yeah, that's what's coming through with this card. I think that both of your faiths have been challenged here, and that's why you're reevaluating, what you've taken for granted until now in order to be your own person. So somebody is realizing they need to think for themselves and not just do, what the people around them growing up taught them to do, and to really just start thinking for themselves and reevaluating their own behaviors because of the conflict that it's created by not doing so. And I do think that, somebody did feel trapped in this relationship in the past, in this connection. Maybe somebody was afraid of bucking, like the way things are supposed to be according to society or their family or their religion, whatever the case may be. And as a result, they broke away from the connection by, whatever it is that occurred here for broke away from the connection by getting involved in a third-party situation, whether that third-party situation was another person or just something else that they let steal their energy from their partner and put into something else. And part of that, could be that one of you held more power in the connection, held most of the power in the connection, or if not, then somebody was really like stubborn and my way or the highway and judgmental with the Hierophant in reverse in the past. Okay, so I think that's talking about the cause of the disconnect here. Okay, so then at present, though, we've got the Six of Imps, which is the Six of Fire upright, and I feel like you are both feeling supported right now by the people around you. So at least you've got some support, and you're getting some recognition, some sort of success in your life, and with regards to this connection. There is some sense of victory here. Either it's happening now or it's going to soon happen with the Six of Wands. Victory, success, satisfaction, recognition. This is a card that indicates a time of happiness and fulfillment, that you've brought this in, you've attracted this in, and you earned it because of the struggle and the overcoming of the obstacles here. So I do feel that you will overcome your obstacles in this connection if you want to. Okay, this is indicated by this card. I think that you're going to enter a time where you're feeling really good about yourself and your accomplishments, and I feel like there's going to be a recovery. This is a card about recovery. So if you haven't been feeling well, physically or mentally, then you're going to recover from that. The both of you will, one or both of you. And I certainly think it's talking about a recovery regards this connection, and I'll explain why in a minute. So, this is a card about happiness, love, cooperation, and it's saying that, if you're seeking a partner or reconciliation, that this offers you encouragement that you will have it, that you will have love. So in the future position, we have the Devil in reverse. So that's Capricorn energy. And, there's a couple of ways that you could take the Devil in reverse. It still talks about, somebody putting off making necessary changes due to fear and being stuck in old habit patterns. Somebody's really stubborn and stuck in their old ways. And needing to put forth the effort to change that, to improve a situation, to get out of stagnation, and throw out the old and ring in the new. And sometimes, the Devil in reverse says that, that pattern's just going to continue into the future, and, as a result, there'll be, more sadness or boredom, at the very least boredom with the connection. And it can sometimes mean that, somebody's unwilling to move on, but also, this feeling, the sense of feeling trapped here, and like you have no control, that can apply for a few of you going forward, or to your person, or they, at the very least, they fear that it's going to continue going forward, even though you're going to have a moment of happiness again where things are looking good. There's going to be some blame here, playing the blame game, so beware of that. And be honest with yourself, and you'll see that, maybe your own ideas, you the viewer, your ideas are causing some of the problems. So don't try to there's not going to be like a quick fix to this connection. There needs to be work put in. Like I said, the effort needs to be put in. And I think that your self-esteem is going to need a lot of work going forward. Continuing from the issues that you've had in the past, because of this person making you feel undervalued or devalued. And beware of codependency or deception going forward, manipulation, because if especially for those of you who this person was unfaithful, you want to continue to be aware of those things, because the first sign that they're going to continue that pattern of being unfaithful, manipulative, deceptive, then I really do feel that in that case you need to choose another route. Because we already see here that true love is in your future regardless. But this person needs to put in the effort to change, and it's not going to be a quick fix, so it's up to you if you want to stick around for that. Now, on the other hand, the Devil in reverse, since upright it's about fears, obsession, addictions, materialism, stuff like that. With it being in reverse, it can say the opposite is true. Like you're coming out of this sense of feeling trapped. You're coming out of the fear, you're coming out of the obsession and all of that. So take that how that resonates. And I'm kind of tending towards that latter description, or that latter meaning, that you're coming out of this time of feeling bound to the situation, of having these, focus on the wrong things, these hang-ups, these inhibitions, this manipulation, this deception. I feel like this is saying, that this connection is taking a change for the better here. But I still feel, and felt compelled to tell you that, don't overlook all the character flaws in this connection, and don't allow yourself to feel stuck or controlled in this connection. And if this person continues, especially for those of you, like I said, who this person cheated, then you need to leave the connection if it turns, if it continues the same bad pattern and this person's not putting in the effort that's necessary to move past all this nonsense and get things back under control in a healthy way. Okay? But for some of you, and maybe, gosh, I'm going to say for most of you that things are going to be better than that. I think that you're going to see a change for the better regarding this connection going forward, because the outcome card is the Lover's card, which is a spiritually guided union card. So it does talk about a choice in love for those that I said they're going to probably need to move on because this person's patterns of betrayal aren't going to change. But for those others of you, I think that this person, this is a soulmate. For some of you, it's a karmic soulmate that you're going to eventually move away from for something better. But for another portion of you, a greater portion perhaps of you, this is someone that you are going to be in union with in the outcome. This person is going to make a change for the better with that Devil card in reverse. And you're going to have lovers as the outcome. It's a very perfect place for the outcome, really, with the Lover's card in a relationship reading, because it's about partnership and a union of opposite, overcoming, your difficulties in the connection, cooperating, having harmony, working together, and it does signify a lot of attraction in your connection, as well as, a lot of romance. So, I think that, if you do whatever choice you decide to make regards to this connection, with this coming out upright, it is saying you're going to make the right choice, okay? So just be assured of that. But it does bode very well for a romantic and love relationship, showing mutual caring and attraction, and a rewarding partnership. That's going to bring out the best in both of you going forward, okay? And the reason why I'm inclined to say that so strongly, even despite all of the hard cards that we had in here, is because this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So this could be the one, right? This is your soulmate, regardless if it's a karmic soulmate or a like a more higher level soulmate, like a twin flame. This is your soulmate, and so that's very positive in this reading. So I'm going to go ahead and read from the book so I don't miss anything on that. Let's see. This card signals that you've already met the person you romantically seek. Perhaps you're already in a relationship with them. The romance angel sent you this card because it seems you're not recognizing or enjoying the full potential of this person in the relationship. So this could be your person not recognizing the potential of this relationship. Take it how it resonates. But sometimes you may overlook someone who's meant for you because you have a different idea of what your partner should look or act like. So take a moment to consider who this might be. The first person who comes to your mind is probably the one. Next, invite the romance angels into your dreams as you're going to bed. Ask them to give you very clear information about your romantic partner, either in your present situation or in a future one. And during sleep, you're more open to angelic guidance. And when you awaken, you may not remember your dreams, but you will have a clearer sense of romance and partnership. Take any action you feel called to based on your inner guidance, even if it seems unrelated to your love life. Trust that the angels are leading you towards the one you desire. So I really feel that regardless of what happens with this person, everyone watching this is going to be guided towards the love they desire, with that Six of Imps showing up as well. And that you'll make the right decision regarding this, so don't worry about that. And then we do have the I'm afraid I missed my chance with you. So your person is afraid that they missed their chance with you, okay? I don't know if that came out very clearly before, but it's coming out now, okay? They know how they've treated you, and they do feel fear about missing their chance with you. They sense this connection as well. They think that you could be the one. They feel like the spiritual connection represented by the Lover's card here. And the last card is the Cauldron, Synergy and Healing. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Cauldron here, and that will be the last card in the reading. Let's get some insight. So with this particular card, you know, obviously from the reading we can already tell that this is going to take some major healing here to stay with this person, if that's what you choose to do. But that card indicates that indicates the importance of combining a variety of techniques or elements to get the best results. It says to do not put all your eggs in one basket. Refuse to choose just a single rigid pathway when a variety of ways are there to be enjoyed and experienced. Because we saw in the past with the Hierophant in reverse that somebody was being dogmatic or stubborn, my way or the highway, and that contributed to the conflict and connection. So this is saying not to do that, and don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't be too rigid. And you can find your own way to create something new. The Cauldron is a deeply transformational tool. Things change once they are put under pressure. Resilience is being cultivated over time, and this means that you will be able to withstand any negative pressure much more healthily from the inside out. Okay. Pressure, resilience. Okay. Yeah, and I think that's a special message for those of you who will be choosing something new here. But regardless, it's ultimately your choice and your decision. And so use your intuition when making decisions about your life, but hopefully you're able to get more information to help you make that decision and some helpful guidance from this reading. So thank you for tuning in, Pile 3. That's all I have for you. If this reading didn't resonate, you can go ahead and hit me up for a personal reading or choose another pile. And if it did resonate, please let me know in the comment section below. And like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you to existing subscribers once again, and thanks for watching.